All right, folks. So a lot of people are having some issues with links and links not working whenever they're either trying to embed video or they're trying to add a file as a MP4 file. Um, so what I've come up with, or what's worked best for me, and making sure the students are able to access any of the videos that I need them to watch, is using YouTube. So I'm going to show you a quick how-to as far as how to set that up and make sure that students can see it, because a lot of times, even if you put it as a YouTube video, it doesn't mean the students, even if you give them the link, have actual access to it, because there are settings in YouTube that restrict what they can and cannot see. So you can see on here I have two different links. So this first one I put in, this is the YouTube link, and you can see if I select on it, or as the student, it will go directly to YouTube
Hey guys,
and
I'm sure you're
it'll
happy to
start
see my
playing. So that's a great way for the kids to be able to get to it very quickly, very easily, and there's not a lot of learning curve to that. With the other version, which is the exact same video that I actually took, I did this, added as a file. Now, sometimes it will load up, and that's awesome if it does. Okay, a lot of times it'll load up with an error, a big question mark right here, and that's not good. Okay, so it just depends on the file format and the quality of video if it's going to work or not. So if it's like this, they can click on it, download it, or even watch it through here. Okay, it's great. However, with all of us going on to Schoology at once right now, we're actually going to end up basically using up a lot of bandwidth with space by doing it this way. So it's better if we go ahead and use YouTube. So to use YouTube, the best way to do this is once you have your file done, go to YouTube, and you will need a Gmail to be able to do this. So I have my Gmail account already here. So once I'm on YouTube, I'm just going to hit upload video. I think I'm going to hit upload. There it goes. And it's going to take me to the studio. Now, the studio is pretty easy to use. I'm just going to select the file that I need. So this is on my desktop. I'm going to go down here. I have the same video, Introduction to E-Learning. I'm going to open that. It's going to start uploading it to it. Now, here's the key. So make sure your title's on there. Um, you can create a playlist. That's completely up to you. I actually use one called MHS School Videos, so the students can actually subscribe to that playlist, which will have all my videos on there. That's completely up to you whether or not you're going to do that or not. You do want to make sure you hit yes, it's made for kids. This is just a privacy act. So age restrictions, you don't need that, but you do want to make sure yes, it's made for kids. Hit next. On this screen right here is just any additional elements you want to put in. We don't need any of that, so we're just going to hit next. And then right here, this is the big thing. Make sure this is not set to private. By default, YouTube will make your settings private by default. So you actually need to switch this to, I use unlisted because I don't need it out there for the whole world to see. I just want anybody with the link that I give them to be able to access that. So I'm using unlisted. You could also do public, but again, I typically stick to unlisted on this. You're gonna hit save. It's gonna go ahead and process the video. You can see it's almost done being processed right here. Once it's done being processed, it will give you the actual link. Now, the one trick that I didn't know is that once that's done like that, okay, so you can see this one's not quite done, but I don't need it to be done because I already have it down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, if you select on the video, it gives you a short link. You don't actually want to use this short link though whenever you put your link onto Schoology. You want to select that, let it actually open up in YouTube,
Hey guys,
copy that URL, and then right here, whenever you go to add materials, you're just going to add file link, add that link. You're going to paste that URL in there, and then you're going to name it whatever you want to name that video title right there. You can also hit publish, display in Schoology, all that good stuff. I'm just going to hit add right here, and it will add in as a link to where whenever the students go to it, click on it, it'll automatically open up in YouTube. Okay, so Again, big thing is make sure that if you're going to use that method, make sure that privacy setting is set to either unlisted or public. Otherwise, your AP, who's checking to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do, and your students will not be able to actually access those videos. All right. Thank you, guys.